I lost 11 kilos in 8 weeks as a shift worker. Hang around to the end of this video to find out how.
It's time!
It's time!
It's time.
It's time to get your shift together.
175 second in.
You're listening to On the Path Podcast.
Oh, I like the sound of this.
With your host, Sparv.
Alright, it is no lie. I seriously have just lost 11 kilos in the last 8 weeks. And I want to tell you exactly how I did it. And maybe some of the ways that I've done it, you could incorporate into your life. So let me be completely transparent. There's a lot of fad diets out there at the moment. You've got paleo, you've got no sugar diets, you've got high fat keto diets, you've got no carb diets, or keto diets, super high protein, vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian. Like, holy shit, there are so many, I can't even keep up anymore. Like, some people don't eat honey. And if you do, you know, fair play to you. I'm not here to judge you or anything. But anyway, how I managed to lose 11 kilos. It's important, I think, as well, before I even tell you, and I know you're dying to learn, and I'm sorry. I just want to keep hanging on to you to the end of this episode. But it's important that I pass on to you a vital lesson that just isn't being spoken about clearly enough anywhere out there on the web. You see, if you're looking to lose weight, clip this one, you ready? If you're looking to lose weight, there's one way and one way only in which you can do that. Yeah, I'm going to just wait a second, let you hang on each of my words. To lose weight, in order to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry, there's probably going to be some personal trainer out there that's watching this that's just recommended their client skip breakfast, or their client eat 400 grams of protein a day. Or maybe you listening to this at home trying to wade through an ocean of bullshit in the health and wellness scape, trying to work out what in fact I need to do. You just need to be eating less calories and burning more calories in order to lose weight. Okay, let me try and break down what I'm trying to say to you a bit clearer. Let's use intermittent fasting as an example, okay? Intermittent fasting is skyrocketing in its fame at the moment. And it's really curious because people seem to be losing weight. Is this the miracle that we've all been waiting for? The miracle weight loss solution? It's intermittent fasting. Well, is it? Or is it because we've restricted our calorie intake into a allotment of time? Therefore, we're just not, oh my God, hang on a minute. We're not eating as many calories. We're not eating as many calories because we don't have as much time to eat. Therefore, we're eating less calories. Let me try on another example. Let's use keto, for example. Now, keto, for those of you who don't know, that's a really high-fat diet, extremely low carbohydrate diet, normally less than 30 grams of net carbohydrate per day. So people who are keto, they're removing an entire macronutrient from their diet. That's going to cause a pretty significant drop in calories. Are you starting to catch on with what I'm putting out there? All of these diets that people are being sold, they have one underpinning foundational principle. It's just eating less calories. So if the idiot PT on your gym floor is prescribing people to eat 1,100 calories and you're amazed that they're able to lose all this weight really quickly, it's because they're not eating enough calories. Fuck, they're starving. Like, it's not something that's going to be maintainable over a long period of time. Weight loss and dieting, in my opinion, should be something that should be able to be maintained. So let me give you a bit of personal background into my weight loss journey. You see, I'm kind of a bit of a junkie for all things health and wellness, and if I'm completely honest, I think I mentioned it in episode 1, there's really no diets that I haven't tried. So 2020, leading up to my wedding, I thought, what a great idea. I'm going to get as fat as fucking possible. Okay, I didn't really think that, but I just let myself go. And I got huge. I got the biggest I've ever weighed in my life for my wedding. And I get to look back at those photos for the rest of my life and just go, Jesus, Sam, what? Really? Really? Couldn't just look in a mirror and make a change? Had a wonderful day regardless. I looked at myself and thought, man, I need to make a change. Then along came baby number one. We're cooking a baby, 2020. And I did not want to bring that baby into this world in the shit state that I was in. So I dialed it up. I was weighing about $110, which is about 110 kilos. I'm 5'7", nearly 5'8", but okay, 5'7". 5'7". So I was pretty thick, right? And then all I did was I started being accountable for what I was eating. I started tracking what I was eating, and I started eating in a reasonable calorie deficit. So I'm not talking about eating 1,200 calories a day. I was very responsible. Now I want to be totally transparent with everyone out there listening, because I really do want to help. I want to help even just one person make a positive change in their life. And having used these strategies with clients of mine, I know that they can work. And especially in a Shiftwork environment, I know that these solutions can work. So I used an app called Carbon Diet Coach. Now, Carbon Diet Coach is owned by Dr. Lane Norton. He is a bloody guru. He is the guy when it comes to nutritional sciences. Just no fluff, no bullshit. He's just the real deal. And this app just makes it really easy to be accountable. It allows you to prepare for a blowout on a weekend if you think that's going to happen, or if you have a blowout in any given day. You can just tweak your calories around, continue doing your thing. And really for me, it was just about accountability. And in the period of about 9-10 months, I lost nearly 25 kilos. And by the time baby got here, I was in the best shape of my life. And I'm really stoked that I did that. I look back at those photos and I'm really proud. Fast forward a couple of years to like last year, baby number 2 rolls around. As happens with a lot of young parents, I let myself go again and I blew all the way back up. Yo-yo. Yeah, I am a yo-yo. Not a yo-yo dieter, just a like yo-yo YOLO kind of dude. I just fucking send it. If I'm doing something, I'm going all in. And in this case, it wasn't the best thing to be going all in on. So, I'm a shit state. I was weighing too much. I was probably around 97, 98 kilos 8 weeks ago now. And I was sick of it. I had no motivation to train, but I knew I was sick of the way I was looking and the way that I was feeling. I suffer from migraines, and they fucking suck. So it's a story for another day, and for any of you out there that do suffer from them, I'm really sorry. So I'd read that there's some evidence that a ketogenic diet can be really helpful for people who suffer from migraines. Something to do with the ketones being used as fuel as opposed to glycogen. Now, let me just say this, I'm not a medical doctor nor an expert. I have certificates in nutrition and personal training as well, but yeah, this is just my opinion. So 8 weeks ago, I started going keto. I wasn't tracking. I was just removing pretty much all carbohydrates other than like vegetable and broccoli. Broccoli and cauliflower. I was removing everything else. A lot of protein and huge amounts of fat. I wasn't weighing myself because I hadn't been for some time, but I knew I went into it weighing 97, 98 kilos. I stood on the scales a couple of weeks ago and seriously, it took my breath away. Like I said, I'm now down 11 kilograms. But it's important that I gave you this bit of prequel about what it means or how it is that we actually lose weight. So yeah, I lost 11 kilos, but how did I do that? Well, I was in a calorie deficit. I didn't lose 11 kilograms because I was keto. I didn't lose 11 kilograms because I was skipping breakfast, okay? You will lose weight if you're in a calorie deficit. That's the biggest takeaway for you here today, okay? Now, I want to just quickly impart with you why, for me, intermittent fasting and keto worked as a shift worker. It meant that I only had to prepare 2 meals a day, okay? So I'm not going to go into the whole when to eat, what time to eat, especially on night shift and things like that. That's in an upcoming episode. This is just more of an overall kind of view of eating principles, okay? So only having to prepare 2 meals a day as a full-time employee, as a dad, I've got 2 businesses that I run. It's a huge amount to do. So 1 less meal to prepare was a big fucking win, honestly. 2, having the high fat diet personally, and this is purely personally. Some of you out there, it won't work for. And I'm not recommending that anyone out there gives it a crack unless it's something they're curious about. But for me personally, I found that I felt a bit more dialed in, a bit more mentally accurate for longer during the day, I guess. Maybe that was just placebo, maybe not. But I can say that for me, I felt better for longer. So the message today really was just to say that weight loss is packaged up and presented in a number of different ways. But there's one core principle. So if you're looking to lose weight, I want you to think, what am I being sold by this fucking guru on the internet or wherever it is that you're looking at? If they're sprucing it up as some sort of secret, some sort of hidden ancient bit of knowledge that they're only aware of, they're selling snake oil, mate. Okay? You need to be eating less calories than you are burning in order to lose weight. Mic drop. Guys, that's episode number 2. I hope you took something out of it. Really enjoyed some of the questions from the last episode. So please feel free to hit me up in socials with any questions that you might have. I've just released the Morning Parade, which is my email newsletter. It's a daily kind of bits and bobs stuff that I'm thinking, bit of knowledge here and there. It's a great way to just have a laugh. It's from one shift worker to another. It's going to be stories. It's going to be things that I recommend doing. You'll also get first heads up about events and things that I have planned coming up. So again, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. It's time to get your shit together.